hopefully as well, for people watching, I know a lot of people have smart TVs. It's generally easier to get on a smart TV, so hopefully it means that people can watch on a TV, which is a bit nicer, a bit easier than watching it on a small screen or listening on a small screen. Right, so we will make a start. So as I said a moment ago, for those that are joining me on Facebook Live, we'll start lying down, legs bent and feet flat. So we'll come to that position if you're not there already. So we're lying down, legs bent, feet flat, arms by your side. Feel free to adjust to get a comfortable position. We'll be here for just a few moments. So you've got your palms facing upwards. That doesn't mean that you've got the arms engaged and you're tensing the arms. It's just with having the palms facing more upwards as opposed to down towards the ground, we're encouraging the arms to rotate outwards, which encourages opening across the chest, which is an area of tightness. So we've got the arms by the side, palms facing upwards, either got the eyes closed or just having a soft gaze. And then we'll take our attention to our breathing. So with that, you can notice the feeling of the chest expanding and contracting, the abdomen rising and falling. So as your chest expands, there's a gentle stretch across the chest. And then as it contracts, that stretch is released and continues on. And then with our next breath, we'll raise the arms up. So we inhale, raise the arms up, fingertips to the ceiling. Breathe out, arms slowly come back down. Continuing this movement, following your breath. Inhale, raise the arms, breathe out as they come down. So if you've got space behind the head, you can also allow the arms to come down. So the arms come down by the side of the head, the hands coming down behind you. Inhaling up and breathing out, arms back down by the outside of your legs. So we're doing this larger arc movement. If you don't have the space to have the hands come down behind, just continuing that smaller movement. So we're going to continue the movement with the arms, and we'll also include movement with the legs. So the next time your arms come down towards the ground, allowing both legs to come over to the right side. So like a windscreen wiper effect, legs to the right, and allowing them to stop wherever they want to stop. And then as you raise the arms up, we'll bring the legs back to center, the knees back to center, and then breathe out, arms come down, legs over to the left. Inhaling, coming up, and breathing out, coming down. So we've got the legs coming down as the arms come down, and as the arms come up, fingertips to the ceiling, the legs are back to center. And we'll continue this movement. Next time the arms come down onto the ground by the side of you, keeping them there. So we'll come back, so we're lying down, legs bent, feet flat. From here, we're going to raise the arms and lift the feet. So fingertips to ceiling, and the legs, we've got the feet lifted, the legs are kind of at a right angle, and then slowly coming back down. So arms come down, feet come down, and lifting, and then down. You can do this with the breath, so we can inhale as we lift up, breathe out as we come back down. We'll do that once more. Pausing when you come back down. So arms down, feet down, we'll roll to one side. we'll make our way to hands and knees. From here, we'll come into an upright position. We're going to raise the arms up, fingertips to the ceiling. From this position, we're going to take the bum back towards the heels. Hands come down, so it's like we're coming into child's pose. So the hands come down onto the mat, fingers spread, the hands gently press forward. And as you inhale, come up. Keep the arms by the side of the head coming up, fingertips to ceiling. Breathing out as we come back down. Hands down. And once the hands are down, just gently press forward so you feel the bum move back, and then we'll inhale and come up. And breathe out as we come down. Hands pressing down into the mat. And lifting up. And then allow the arms to come down. We'll back bend from here. So we take the hands behind, we draw shoulder blades, elbows towards each other. So you're extending up tall, taking the gaze up, and then leaning back. And then we'll come back up. We'll raise the arms up again. And then we're going to fold forwards. So hands come down, bum to heels, hands press forwards. And then inhale, come up. Arms by the side of the head, fingertips to ceiling. Taking the hands behind the back. Shoulder blades, elbows towards each other, extending up, taking your gaze up, leaning back as you breathe out. So we do both of these movements once more. Coming back into an upright position, we're raising the arms up, folding forwards, hands coming down, hands gently press forwards. And we lift up, raise the arms up, fingertips to ceiling, taking the hands behind. Shoulder blades, elbows towards each other. So again, extending up, taking the gaze up, leaning back. And then we'll come back into an upright position. Take the hands down onto the mat. So we're in an all fours position. From all fours, we'll move the body around in a circular action. So we'll come over to the left, top of the mat, top right, to the right, bum to heels before coming round to the left again. Gently moving your body around. So any discomfort in wrists or knees, you can make your circle a bit smaller. And then we'll go back in the opposite direction. And slowly back to center. Take the knees a bit wider, toes towards each other. Bum sinks towards the heels. We shuffle the hands away if we can. Hands are down, fingers are spread, and the hands gently press forwards. And as you press forwards, the bum moves back towards the heels. And then inhale, lifting up, bringing your shoulders forwards. Breathing out as we come back down. And we continue this movement, inhaling forwards. Breathing out back down. And pausing in an upright all fours position, so wrists on the shoulders, knees on the hips. From here, we'll lift up the left leg. We press into the left heel, raising the right arm up, reaching forwards through the right fingertips. Back to hands and knees. Lift up the right leg, press into right heel, raise left arm up. Back to all fours. And left leg and right arm again. And then back down. And right leg and left arm. Pressing into right heel, reach forwards through left fingertips. Back to hands and knees. From here to downward dog, so we curl the toes under. Press through the hands. We'll bring the shoulders forwards to come into plank. So you might need to adjust the position of the hands slightly to come into plank. Press the bum back to downward dog. And step forwards and fold forward. So we're ending up bending over at the waist, arms, shoulders relaxed. Inhale coming up, arms come out to the side, hands together above the head. Breathing out as we come down. And then inhaling As we reach the fingertips to the ceiling, breathe out, folding forwards at the waist. So we're bending over, we'll place the hands on the shins and inhale, lift to flat back. Hands down, back to plank. So stepping back into your plank. All the way down onto the mat, extending the toes, inhale, lift the chest. Breathe out as you come down, curl the toes under, press up and back into downward dog. And stepping forwards and folding forwards. Inhale, coming up, hands together above your head. Breathe out, coming down. Inhale as you come up. Breathe out as you fold forwards. And inhale, lifting into a flat back. Hands down, back to plank. All the way down. Extend toes, inhale, lift. Breathe out, down. Curl the toes under, pressing up and back into downward dog. Walk the hands back to your feet to forward fold. So you're walking the hands to the back of the mat, bending over at the waist. Inhaling up, hands together above the head. Breathing out, coming down. And taking the arms down. Feet a bit wider than hip width, and we'll swing the arms through from one side to the other. Lifting arms higher. And allow your arms to drop. We'll step back to the top of the mat. Feet hip width. We're extending up tall. We'll stride back with the right foot to warrior two. So we're stepping back, turning that right foot out as you step back. Right arm behind, looking forwards over that left hand. Interlace the fingers behind the back, draw the hands away, and we're leading with the chest coming forwards, head hanging, working hands towards the ceiling if your shoulders allow. Release the hands, coming back upright, raise the arms up, fingertips to ceiling. Right hand to your left wrist, looking up to the ceiling and leaning back. So we're just gently, not pulling, but gently encouraging that left hand back. We're going to release and come to triangle. So we straighten the left leg, left hand comes down, right arm up, fingertips to the ceiling, chest sideways on. Arms to parallel either side of your head, bringing yourself upright, fingertips to ceiling. From here, we'll keep the arms up. We're going to bring the legs into lunge position. So you pivot on the ball of the back foot, hips, chest facing forwards. And then we're going to straighten the left leg and fold forwards. Hands coming down to your leg. Maybe you can get them down onto the mat. Pausing here. The arms up. And we'll go through those movements again. So turn that back foot out to come into a warrior two. Looking forwards over that left hand. Interlace fingers behind the back. Draw the hands away. Lead with the chest forwards, head hanging, hands work towards the ceiling. Release the hands, coming upright, raise the arms up, fingertips to ceiling. Right hand, left wrist, looking up to the ceiling. And we're using that right hand, right arm up, fingertips to ceiling. Arms to parallel either side of your head, bringing yourself upright, fingertips to ceiling. So keep the arms up. We're going to pivot on the ball of that back foot, turn the hips forwards, take the bend back in the left leg, and then we're going to straighten that left leg and fold forward. So the hands come down to your leg or to the mat, pausing here. We'll come back to lunge, so we bring that left knee forwards, we raise up, raise the arms up, step the right foot forwards and come to standing, arms by your side. And through it all again. So we stride back with the left foot to warrior two, turn that left foot out. As you step back, left arm behind, look forwards over the right. Interlace the fingers, behind the back, draw the hands away. Lead with your chest as you come forwards, head hanging, hands to ceiling. Release the hands, coming upright, raise the arms up, fingertips to ceiling again. So that reverse warrior variation, left hand, right wrist above, looking up, leaning back. So we're using that left hand to encourage that hand back, feel the stretch up the right side of the body. And then we'll come to triangle. We'll release that right hand, straighten the right leg, right arm down, left arm up, fingertips to ceiling. Arms to parallel either side of the head. Bringing yourself upright, fingertips to ceiling. Keeping the arms up to lunge. Reach forwards as you fold forward. So hands coming down. Pausing here for a couple of breaths. Back to lunge, right knee moves forwards, we raise up. Through that little sequence again, so we turn that left foot out, the back foot out, we take the left arm behind, look forwards over the right to warrior two. Raise the arms up, interlace fingers behind the back. Draw the hands away, chest moves forwards as you fold forwards at the waist, head hangs, hands to sit. Release the hands, we're coming up, raising the arms up, left hand to that right wrist above you, looking up to the ceiling, encouraging that right arm back by gently pulling on it with the left hand, stretching up that right side of the body. Release the right hand, straighten the right leg to triangle, right hand comes down, left arm up, fingertips to ceiling. Arms to parallel either side of your head, bringing yourself upright. So bring the legs back to lunge. So we're turning the body to the right, pivot on the ball of that left foot, take the bend back in the right leg for a moment, and then we straighten the right leg and fold forwards, hands coming down, pausing here. Back to lunge, right knee moves forwards, we raise up, and then we'll bring that left foot forwards, hands together in front of the chest. So from here, we're going to come down into squat. So just turning the toes out slightly, be mindful of your knees. So we're bringing the bum down. And then we're going to come all the way up, fingertips to reach to ceiling. Keep the heels up off the mat if you can. Reaching up. And then all the way down, or down to a point that's okay for your knees. And then coming up, heels up if you can, reach up to the ceiling. We're going to do once more down and up, so we're slowly coming down. And then coming up, reaching up. Heels down, hands down in front of your chest. Breath in and out, we breathe in and out. Inhale, reaching up to the ceiling, breathing out as you fold forwards at the waist. Inhale, lifting into flat back, hands down, and back to extend toes, inhale, lift to cobra, breathe out as you come down, curl the toes under, pressing up and back into downward dog, stepping forwards, folding forwards, inhaling up, hands together above your head, breathing out, coming down, inhale, coming up, breathing out, folding forwards, and lifting into hands down, back to plank, all the way down, extend toes, inhale, lift, breathe out, down, and pressing up to hands and knees. So we'll come to an all fours position, we'll extended child's pose, knees wide, toes sliding, shuffling the hands away if you can. And then keeping the arms straight, inhale, lift the body up, bring the shoulders forwards, breathe out as you come back down. Inhaling, coming up, and breathing out, down. And pausing in an upright all four position, wrists on the shoulders, knees under hips. From here, a few rounds of cat-cow, tipping pelvis back, back arches, head drops, tipping pelvis forward, taking your gaze forward. Continuing this movement, and you can inhale as you tip your pelvis, breathing out as the pelvis tips back, the back arches, and the head drops. And pause, reach right fingertips up. As you press that left hand down, bring the right hand down, twist to the left. So we reach up through the left fingertips, press down through the right hand. Once more on each side, to the right, reaching up and down, and then to the left, reaching up, and then coming down. From all fours, lift up the left leg, press the left heel up to the ceiling, point the toes, and then move the toes towards your head. Bring the left knee towards your left arm, and then press into that left heel as you extend the left leg long. Bend the left leg, press the heel up to the ceiling, point the toes, move the toes towards the head. Left knee towards that left arm. Press into that left heel, extending the left leg long. And then we'll pop the left leg down to the mat, returning to all fours. Lift up the right leg, press the right heel up to the ceiling. Point the toes, move the toes towards the head. Right knee towards your right arm. And then press into that right heel as you extend the right leg long. Bend the leg, point the toes. Sorry, press the heel up to the ceiling first, point the toes, move the toes towards your head. Right knee towards your right arm. Press into the right heel as you extend the right leg long. And then we'll pop that right leg down onto the mat, back to all fours. From here, we'll come to seated cross-legged, or seated with your legs in front if it's uncomfortable on the hips or the knees. So we've got the hands, arms resting in the lap, extending up tall, just drawing the chin in slightly towards the chest. So you haven't got the chin on, just aware of feeling of stretch in the back of the neck. We bring the chest forwards and we reach forwards with the hands, fingertips down on the ground, head hangs. And if you're able from here, you might be able to shuffle the fingertips a bit further away. And then shuffling the hands back, press yourself up. We'll change the cross of the legs. Hands down, extending up, leading with the chest forwards, reaching forwards, fingertips on the ground, head hanging. And if you're able, you might be able to walk the fingertips away a little bit further. Slowly coming back into an upright position. Right hand on that left leg, left arm up, reach up to the ceiling, reaching over the top. So you're reaching over to that right side. Coming back up, so left hand across, reach up through the right, fingertips reaching over. And back up, once more on each side. Right hand across, raise the left arm, reach up, reach over. And then back to center, left hand across, reaching up and reaching over. And we'll come back up. And we'll come to lying down, legs bent, feet flat. Arms by your side. So a few rounds of bridge. We'll raise the arms up as we lift the hips up. First of all, just reaching down, fingertips catch backs of the heels. If you can't quite reach the backs of the feet, no need to force it. They won't be too far away. So inhale, lift the bum up, raise the arms up, press the hips up to ceiling, fingertips pointing straight up, breathing out, the spine and the arms come down. Inhale, peel the spine up, raise the arms up, fingertips to ceiling. And breathing out as you come back down. Continuing this movement. Inhaling up and breathing out down. Inhale, peel the spine up, raise the arms up, pressing the hips up and then slowly coming back. The arms up, pressing the hips up and then slowly coming back down. Do this a couple more rounds. And then pausing next time your back and arms come down. Windscreen wiper legs to the right, so both legs come over to the right, keeping them there for a few breaths. And as you're lying in this position, you're breathing out, imagining your body relaxes a little bit more with each breath out. Inhaling, bringing the legs to center. As you breathe out, the legs come over to the left side, and we'll keep them here for a few breaths. And then gently one side to the other. So we'll inhale, bring the legs to center, breathe out to the right. Inhale, legs to center, breathe out to the left. So nice, slow move. Pausing when you're back to center, knees pointing up to the ceiling, and we'll spend a couple of minutes in relaxation. So we're extending the legs long. Any discomfort in the lower back when you lie flat, you can return to legs bent and feet flat. Just being aware of the feeling of where the body's contacting the ground, so you can notice the feeling of either your yoga mat or maybe the carpet or the flooring under your arms. Notice where the backs of the heels are touching the ground if you're lying flat, backs of the legs, buttocks, shoulder blades, the weight of the head pressing down. As you're breathing out, you're imagining, feeling that your body feels heavier, your body relaxes more, it gently melts down into the ground. We'll take some deep breaths. Bending your legs up, keeping your feet flat, roll to one side so you can press up to a seated position. Hands together, close the eyes for a moment. So thank you for joining this morning for yoga. I hope you feel better for it. Namaste. Well done, guys. You've done your bit of exercise, or maybe you've just sat on the couch or in your bed and watched me move around for the last half hour. Either way, what you can all do, if you don't mind, if you can, is just to share this video. If you're on Facebook, after I finish this, click that share button. You don't have to say anything. Any support and engagement is always welcome. So thanks for joining, thanks for sharing, thanks for commenting, feedback. For those of you that have donated via my PayPal link, I really do appreciate it. But other than that, see you all next Sunday, hopefully. Bye now. See you guys on YouTube.